What's going on, guys? The new Venom movie is coming out, and I'm gonna have to wait for the DVD to come out for me to do the stunts from it. But in the meanwhile, I'm gonna recreate the stunts from the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show when we see Venom. Make sure you watch until the end of the video because I'm gonna show you guys how to recreate those stunts too. So first up, we got Venom at the top of a building, jumping off of it into a huge front flip. So I'm gonna recreate that front flip just like Venom by doing it off this big structure behind me. In this one, we have Harry Osborn as the Venom. He's fighting Spider-Man on the side of a building, and then Spider-Man uses a backflip flash on the windows. So I'm just gonna recreate that on the ground by doing the backflip flash, but we're gonna turn the camera 90 degrees to make it seem like I'm on the wall. The next stunt is Spider-Man doing a front handspring over Venom while fighting him, and he actually uses that one twice. So I'm gonna be recreating that front handspring on these trampolines by doing it off the back trampoline over there, doing the front handspring over this mat over here as if this is Venom, and then landing on this trampoline here. This time we have Iron Fist fighting Venom and then dodges Venom's attack by using two one-handed back handsprings. So I'm gonna do those on the ground and do two back handsprings in a row just like him by using my left hand. So in this one, Venom took over Nova, and then he's fighting Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man gets some distance away from him by using a backflip. So I'm gonna recreate that backflip right here on the ground. So next up, we got White Tiger fighting Venom, and then she dodges one of Venom's punch by doing a back handspring. So I'm gonna do that just like her by doing the back handspring over here. So for the next stunt, we got Spider-Man using a front flip 180 while fighting Venom Nova. So since he's getting a lot of air and he's in a funky position like this, I'm gonna be using the trampoline to recreate that stunt, and hopefully I'll be able to get the same posture that he does. In this stunt, we got Spider-Man using the back handspring again to dodge Venom. So I'm gonna be doing the Spider-Man back handspring right here on the ground. In this next one, we got Power Man, Iron Fist, and White Tiger all fighting Venom, and White Tiger uses a backflip layout. So if you guys remember, the backflip layout is a straight backflip, so I'm gonna be doing that one right here. So next up, we got Spider-Man and Venom on top of a tower, and just before Venom gets electrocuted, Spider-Man jumps off into a front flip. I'm gonna be recreating that huge front flip off the tower by doing it off of this wall back here and onto this mat. In this next one, we got Venom doing a backflip before attacking Spider-Man. So I'm just gonna do the backflip right here. So now that we've recreated the stunts, I'm gonna show you guys how to do a few of them. And the first move that I'm gonna show you guys is when Spider-Man does a front handspring over Venom. So just like in the video, I'm gonna show you guys how to recreate that one on the trampoline because Spider-Man has a lot of power, so we're gonna compensate with that using the trampoline. So there's two ways to do this. If you don't have multiple trampolines or a block, you can just recreate it by doing it in the middle of the trampoline and putting your hands on the X, or you can do it from one trampoline to the other or over a block like what I'm gonna do. Before doing the front handspring, we're gonna do progressions by going onto our hands, and it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna start with my arms up, and then I'm gonna put them on my obstacle or on the trampoline. So we're gonna practice that a bunch of times and focus on kicking our heels, but make sure you don't kick too much because we're not going over yet. So it's gonna look like this. Getting your hands over and kick with the heels. So you can see from what I did that you can do a few in a row. So make sure you practice doing that as much as possible before actually going over your head. So once you're comfortable with that, then you're finally ready to go over your head. So for the front handspring, we have three things you want to focus on. The first thing you want to focus on is kicking your heels, just like I showed you. The second thing you want to focus on is keeping your arms straight. And the third thing you want to focus on is keeping your eyes on the mat or where you put your hands. So I'm gonna put my hands over here and I'm gonna keep my eyes in between my hands here. So the reason we do this is that tucking our head too early will turn into a front flip. So having your eyes on the obstacle will help you keep in a front handspring. So now you can finally try it, and if you're a little short on the front handspring, if you're landing on your butt, just make sure you focus on driving your heels faster or harder and you'll just flip a little faster. So the next stunt I'm going to show you guys how to do is when Venom is on the edge of a building and does a big front flip down. So to be safe, we're going to start off by learning on a trampoline, and then we're going to learn it off an obstacle. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start jumping on the trampoline with our arms up like this. When you're ready to do the front flip, then you're gonna bring your chest to your knees and also bring your hands to your knees to go into the tuck position, which just looks like this. So two important things about the tuck position is that the tighter you tuck, the faster you flip, and also make sure that you have space for your face. So what that means is that you wanna have your knees separated like this so that if you get a whiplash, you have space for your face to go. Because if your knees are together, then you might hit your head on your knees like that and get injured, and we don't want that. So at this point, you're in the tuck position, mid-flip in the air, and about 3/4 way in the flip, you're gonna wanna release from your tuck to open up and land. So the hard part about the front flip is that we call it a blind landing, which pretty much just means that you see the ground less before you land because your knees are in the way. So it makes it a lot harder to land. This just means that if you want to land it well, you just have to practice to get to know when to open up. So you just want to practice doing that front flip a bunch of times on the trampoline until you're comfortable with it. Alright, and now we're finally ready to do it off of an obstacle. So you're gonna wanna find yourself a medium-sized obstacle with a soft landing like this. And we're gonna start off by climbing it and starting with our arms up, just like we did on the trampoline. And at this point, we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the trampoline. We're gonna have our arms up and we're gonna focus more on the jump because now we're gonna have to get all our momentum from our legs and not the springs on the trampoline. So we're gonna jump and just like on the trampoline, tuck as tight as possible, complete the front flip, and then land it on the ground. Thank you for watching my Venom video. Don't forget to leave it a like. If you guys want to see my cool t-shirts like this, please click the button over here. Don't forget to subscribe to see other cool videos by clicking over here. If you want to see my latest video, you can click right here. If you want to see another cool video, you can click right over here. And as usual, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.